What do you guys think is next for the UFC after UFC 291 has happened? I mean, listen, we've obviously gotten the whole idea. What am I studying for? We've obviously gotten the idea that Ferguson is done. He's done with fighting because obviously his last 6 fights have been losses, man. And I said it in the preview that if he loses to Bobby Green, he should just hang up the gloves. And I think we're closer to kind of getting that approach, so to speak. And it should be interesting, man. I'm really, listen, man. I'm stoked for what's gonna happen with that lightweight division. Obviously, now that Gaethje got that BMF title against Dustin Poirier. With what a fucking knockout! I mean, Justin Gaethje, like that fucking head kick was amazing. It was the best thing I've honestly ever seen. Like the best knockout in terms of just how smart and clever he placed that head kick. He knew he was going that way, and he just smacked him with a good head kick. And so I think, Justin's going to fight Oliveira, and then whoever is the winner of that is going to fight Islam for the belt. I think Oliveira is going to win against Gaethje, man. I think Oliveira, he's just on that fighter right now. He's on the biggest momentum wave that he's had in his career. And so he's going to win, man. He's going to win, bro. Oliveira is probably one of the best performers in the UFC in terms of consistency. He's probably one of the most consistent fighters in the sport. And his performances are like, every performance is a good performance. It's not just the win. He finishes people, man. He finishes people, and on the ground, it's a very decisive. It's always decisive when Oliveira takes somebody to the ground and wears them out for 2 rounds. And it's going to be a different result. It's going to be a different result, but the same result. Like, he dominates people, he finishes people, and he's probably, he's one of the best fighters in the promotion. Not just in the lightweight division, but in the UFC. What do I think about Chiesa's performance? Michael Chiesa's performance against Kevin Holland, right? So I said it in my post-fight that, that fight, Chiesa versus Holland, was the worst performance I've ever seen in the sport. I did say that, and people are like, "Yo, you're exaggerating. Like it wasn't that bad, bro. It was." Michael Chiesa, bro, I love you, but like, that performance of him, just. I don't know what he was by the cage. He was getting like mauled or whatever by Kevin Holland, and then he went for the takedown at the same time that he went in, and like it was just such a weird performance. What it felt like to me when I was watching that fight was Michael Chiesa just getting ragdolled across the cage every single time he went and did. Every single time he went to do something. Kevin Holland was just in his face throwing. If he went in and tried to throw a lead body, he went in with the uppercut. Like, bro, Kevin Holland was schooling this man in every facet of that fight. Like, every second, I felt like Holland was dominating that fight. Every second, not just every minute, but every second of that fight, he was in control. I mean, no offense to Michael Chiesa, like I love you, bro, but Michael Chiesa is a great fighter. But that fight was probably worse than I compared it to being worse than CM Punk versus Mike Jackson on that pay-per-view. And I think a lot of people did agree with me in that. A lot of people did agree, but there's obviously those bitchy fans that, you're casual, you don't know anything about the sport. Those are the same fucking fans that are like, whatever. So I just thought that was the worst performance I've ever seen, and I addressed it in my live, and a lot of people did agree with me. So the next fight the last fight I'm gonna talk about is Alex Pereira versus Jan Blachowicz. Listen, man. Alex Pereira, obviously deemed to be a very, very dangerous fighter. Alex Pereira, I felt like against Jan Blachowicz. Jan Blachowicz, man, is a great fucking fighter, bro. He just knows everything about MMA. And for his size, for being 6'5" or some shit like that. Jan Blachowicz, he's got the full package. So, I have full faith in Blachowicz, coming back. But obviously, Alex Pereira is showed that he owns that division. So I really like that performance on Alex Pereira's end. I think he did really, really well against the guy who's faced the best in that division. I mean, he's fought Stipe, Jan Blachowicz he's fought the best guys in that division, and he's super tough. He's a super tough motherfucker. He's got a good chin. He's got good speed for a guy who's at that weight and that tall. Just a great fighter, but bro, Alex Pereira, man, is on another level in terms of skill level. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of all my opinions in this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Saga MMA, baby. Let's fucking go.